Hey everyone, this is Erica Sabo. Welcome back to another one of my weekly vlogs. Let's see what's been going on this week. So, a lot apparently in terms of gaming and anime and YouTube and all of that. There's been a lot this week. It's been surprisingly busy, especially towards the end. It's been a fast week and I'm really happy for that. So in terms of gaming, probably the biggest thing this week had to be the Google Maps Pokemon challenge, and that was like one of the most fun things ever. My friend told me about it. He's like, "Oh, go on Google Maps, and just hit search." And I'm like, "Why? Why? Like, is there a reason?" And then it started. Then I started seeing Pokemon on my screen, and it was crazy stuff, and you could catch the Pokemon and everything. So if you're not familiar with it, it was kind of like just like an April Fool's thing by Google, where they were saying that if you can become a Pokemon master and catch all these Pokemon, then you'll be invited for a job at Google. So obviously the job part didn't happen, but you were able to catch the Pokemon. You're able to catch 151 Pokemon, 150 technically, and then you're able to catch Mew. But I ended up getting them all, and I was very happy. But what was really cool about it is each of them were just like different locales, like different areas around the world. So you kind of had to team up with people in order to catch them all. There was a point where like you can look at popular locales, but there's a lot that were in like really weird places. Like Meryl was in the Panama Canal. There was a few Pokemon like on Mount Fiji as well, and yeah, there was a lot. They were like all over the place. There were some in like these really obscure national parks that I've never even like heard of, right? So there was definitely some teamwork that had to be done in terms of this, but it was a nice little experiment in terms of that. Like I went on Reddit and got a bunch of answers, and it was awesome. Like I couldn't complain, and me and my friend Steve just blazed through it, and we rocked. We were awesome. So I was really scared because I for a while I could not get Mew. Mew was like, I still don't know exactly how they decided when Mew would be where, but Mew would change locations, and I don't know if it was depending on how many people had already caught Mew. When you catch Pokemon, it's just you catch them. You don't have to battle them or anything like that. But Mew would change locations, and I just could not find the damn thing. But then I did, so it was all good in the end. So yeah, there's that. Let's see what else. Well, earlier this week, I posted my top 10 JRPGs on the PlayStation 2. I hope you've been enjoying that so far. It's been really fun, and it took me a long time to come up with that list. There's a lot of games that I did not put on it. Some of you will be upset. Some of you will be so upset, but you know, this is my list for a reason, right? And I want to know what your list is. So please let me know if you haven't already and check out that video. I'll like post it up here somewhere. Part 2 is going to be coming this Wednesday. So if you are a Patreon member, which is a really cool crowdfunding site that I'm part of, for like creative, like independent creatives, you can watch it 2 days early on like Monday evening or so. So maybe something to keep in mind. But yeah, so there is part 2 coming up. Let's see what else. I actually gotta look at my phone because there's just so much going on. And my cat is like meowing in the tub right now. So yeah, she's a funny one. She's a funny one. So another thing I'm actually working on right now is saving up some money to build a PC. I have another really big purchase to make soon, which I will announce, which I've already talked about actually, but besides that, I am building a PC so I can play more games, honestly, because I only have my Mac and I'm a bit limited in terms of games like indie games or Japanese published niche games. I can't play a whole lot of visual novels, can't play a whole lot of shmups, can't play a whole lot of stuff. Like, Mac is getting better and better and more prevalent, but that doesn't necessarily help me, right? So I'm working on building a PC, which should be around the $600 mark for some pretty good parts. I'm pleased. I think I have it all under control now. Although I will say that when you're looking for parts in Canada, everything is just more expensive. It's really frustrating. Everything is more expensive. Like, Newegg has been very helpful, and it has in the past as well. But there's just certain things that aren't available that are available in the US or have been marked up like double or triple here. So yay, it's fun times, fun times. Aside from that, I'm also working on getting a bunch of audio equipment stuff. My friend Scott is helping me with that, getting a mic, and because I was thinking about getting a Yeti, but I also don't want to compromise my quality, so he's going to help me get a mixer, and I'm going to get a mic, and that'll be better for when I do more like guest appearances on podcasts and things, which I do quite often. And what else? And for like Let's Plays and stuff. So if I didn't mention this before, I am still planning on getting my Let's Play channel up. It's going to be mostly like visual novel type stuff and some shmups and all kinds of stuff, all kinds of fun stuff. But that's still down the road for now. Maybe in the next 2 months or so, just because I got to prepare all this other stuff too. I got to get this PC, I got to get this audio equipment. There's a lot to do. It's a lot to do, and I want to be as prepared as I can be. I don't want to be caught off guard and be like, oh, well, now what? You know, like that's the last thing I want for it to happen. So, yeah, I think that's it for gaming. There's a few other things I wanted to mention, but I can save that for next week. So yeah, let's move on. So in terms of anime, I think my biggest news was actually something I only just recently found out about, and that's that I got media accreditation to Anime North. Anime North is a really awesome anime convention here in Toronto, well, near Toronto. And yeah, it's fun stuff, and I'm really happy to have media accreditation. I'm only probably going to be going one day because I'm also going to a music festival the same weekend. However, I am super stoked. I am so excited for this, and I'm happy that I get to do video coverage. So I think it's just a matter of me figuring out exactly how I'm going to do this video coverage in the first place. So we'll see how that goes. It's a good thing I have a lot of time because it's not until the end of May. So yeah, there's that. Also in terms of Anime North, my my cosplay for Chisaki, the uniform, is actually shipping out to me right now, so I really hope it's awesome. And if not, I mean, there's like tailors all around the city that I can go to if I need to make any adjustments or anything like that. But I am super excited, and I'm going to be like re-dyeing my hair so it's more purpley like it was earlier in like March. And yeah, I am very excited for that. Let's see, what else? In terms of, oh yeah, so earlier I was talking about podcasts, so I'm not going to like announce anything specific, but me and my friend Scott, who's helping me with my audio equipment, you are awesome, Scott, we are going to be doing a anime manga podcast. We're going to be starting that up fairly soon, so please stay tuned. I will be posting about that on Twitter and on Facebook, and probably talk about it more on YouTube as well. I'm very excited to be able to do something like this. I've always wanted to just like blab and blab and blab and blab and blab about anime like this. Like I only ever do it for gaming, right? So, and it's something that that I really want to do. I like how when I do stuff like podcasts, I can show like not really a different side of myself, but I can show more of myself. Like in my videos, I'm like, hey, so I like these things, you know. But when I'm on these smaller things, or when I'm on Twitter or social media, then you get to see a little bit more of that, and you get to see more specifics and why I feel the way I do about certain things, besides the fact that like all I ever talk about is just like, oh, it's, you know, so nostalgic, right? No, I talk about more. I'm just joking, but still, I get to go more in depth in podcasts, and I think this podcast specifically will be a really good one for that. I am super excited. Now, in terms of anime I've been watching, this week has been actually a little bit lighter. My tailbone has been feeling a lot better, so I've been at work more, and I've just been all around busy. Very busy, but I am still watching Higurashi no Nakokoro ni Kai. It's the second season of Higurashi. I'm really enjoying it so far. It's something that I'm gonna be reviewing once I'm done, and I should probably finish it soon, although the weekend's already been really packed. But it has a very different feel to it in comparison to the first season. However, it still has a sense of mystery and the sense of the unknown that ultimately keeps you. It definitely keeps you. Aside from that, we got to see the end of Nagi no Asakara. It was just so, like, it was everything I ever wanted it to be. It left a lot of things up to you. Didn't really, like, solidify anything. But at the same time, it implied a lot of things. And it was good. It was really good. I'll talk about it more in my review, which is going to be coming up next Friday, I believe. I'm trying to like blaze through the series over again just so I can refresh my memory on everything, but it's a pretty subtle series and fairly slow paced, so it's not going to be too difficult, but slow in a good way. This is actually one of those times when I can say it's slow in a good way because it's like realistically emotional, right? So another one that I've been watching is something lighthearted, has been Ouran High School Host Club. That's an anime I watched a long time ago when I was younger, and I forgot how much I loved it. So I'm really happy to be able to watch it again and just laugh and, you know, cry about all these beautiful boys and everything. Like, it's a really great reverse harem if you haven't checked it out. Both the manga and the anime are very good, and it's really nice to be able to get back into something like that because you gotta have something lighthearted every now and again, right? Right now I'm looking into different things for the spring 2014 lineup on Crunchyroll, and I'm super stoked about that, but at the same time, like, I gotta wait, so I gotta like put things in place of that before it happens. And I don't even know if I'll end up watching anything for spring. I'm sure I will, but who knows? Who knows? Yeah, I think that's it. I think that's it for anime. So in terms of YouTube and other things, first off, I did want to mention that on Friday, I went to a really awesome gaming event called Level Up Showcase, this thing here. So what's really cool about Level Up Showcase is that it spotlights video games created by students, and I think that's an awesome idea, and it's only getting bigger and bigger every single year. I had a really great time at this and checking out all the student games. What's really neat about them is the fact that they're so unrefined, and this is actually a very good thing because this is like such a great learning tool for them and a really great way for them to see how well they are in terms of teamwork and what kind of ideas they can implement, right? So there were some really amazing games, and there's definitely a lot of potential, and I keep seeing more and more potential every single year. This is a really awesome event here in Toronto. I had a really great time, like really great time, and I'm really excited to see more of it in the future. This is my second year now, and I just had a blast. It was like totally reamed. It was awesome. It was so much fun, and there were some really cool games. I think some of my favorite games were, I don't remember every game's name, but there was one called like Wandering, which is a really great experience. Some beautiful, like, gigantic architecture. It's just like a first-person game. You're just exploring this area, and it very much is like an experience, much like how you could say the same for Journey, or even Eco, to that extent, because you felt very small in this giant place like you did where Eco felt so small in this giant fortress, right? So I really enjoyed that a lot. It was a beautiful game, and definitely one I highly recommend checking out if he does like decide to start a website and anything like that. Another one that I really liked that was just plain fun and silly was Office Joust. It's just like this 4-player game. I don't even know what you would call it. I guess it would be like a battle royale, and you're an office worker, and you're riding in your chairs with like mops and brooms and things, and you're just like pummeling each other, and like you can get like combo kills and things like that. So it's really fun. It was a really silly game, and it was definitely a crowd pleaser. You could totally tell. Another game that I want to give a shout out to is my friend's game, Transcend. He goes to U of T, and he helps do the art for this game, and he worked in conjunction with students. He's at OCAD, and he was working in conjunction with students at U of T, and yeah, it was a really cool game. It was really awesome. It was very like you played as it was just like an abstract protagonist. And I really like games like that where you're playing as something that's so inhuman. Only because of the fact that when you do actually find the game gripping, or when you do get really sucked into it, it makes it that much more special when you think, I'm connecting with something that's not human, I'm connecting with something that's so alien to me, yet it feels so familiar at the same time. And, you know, reading about the game and everything, it actually all made a lot of sense in terms of transcending the body and this form that you take on by transcending the body. So it was a really cool game, and I really liked it. I'm really excited to see what they do with it. So in terms of actual like YouTube stuff, How do I want to start this off? Because I could do some shout outs first, but I think I'm going to do this other thing first. So the other night I had a total like epiphany. I could not sleep. Like I slept on the couch and then I went to bed and then I woke up like 30 minutes later and I'm like, oh my God, I have all these ideas. So I went and I had to go write them down in my notebook. It had to do with my upcoming 5K subscriber contest that's going to be coming up. I'm actually going to be holding it in May, I believe, as long as everything works out as planned. I don't want to do it for April because there's some things I'm actually waiting for right now. But I think that I will reach 5K in April, probably like the next couple weeks maybe. It's something that I am been gearing up for a while, but I didn't know exactly what I wanted to do with it. So I'm getting a lot of different things like through sponsors, but it's just like it's a lot of different kind of stuff. So it's like, well, not all of this is going to gear towards all of you. Like I know some of you are more into anime, some of you are more into JRPGs, some of you are more into mainstream, like current gen console gaming. Some of you are more into, I don't know, like just Japanese published niche games. Like there's so many different variety of people, so many amazing people that are watching these videos, and I want to cater to all of you and I want to do as much as I can, right? So I'm gonna be, I don't know if I should spoil this. I'm gonna be doing like weekly, hopefully, let's cross our fingers here, a weekly giveaway, 4 giveaways for each week of May, and we'll see how that goes. Like I said, I'm still waiting. It's still, you know, in a blueprint form, but it's something that I definitely want to do, and I think it'll better cater to everybody on here, and it'll give you all a better chance of winning some cool stuff, because there's gonna be a lot of cool stuff, so I'm really excited. But yeah, that's exciting. And then after that, I finally went to bed. But I had to get that out of my system. It's like when you have like this really surreal or realistic dream and you just have to get it off your chest, because my heart was just pounding. I'm like, I have to do this. I don't want to forget about this, right? So aside from that, let's go to our shout outs, both Patreon and YouTube. So in terms of YouTube, I want to give a shout out to Meg Turney. She's got a really cool, really funny nerd culture vlog where she covers gaming and anime and all kinds of fun stuff. I think she's really fun. She's super lighthearted and I really like her channel. Another one who recently found me actually is Rising Fun Gaming. You have some very entertaining LPs, sir, and I am very happy that you found me. I'm happy that, I guess we kind of found each other then, because I subscribe to you, and yeah, I think all of you need to subscribe to Rising Fun Gaming. Really, really fun Let's Play channel. Another one is the Gaming Pilgrimage. So if you are into JRPGs and you're looking for passionate, insightful opinions about these games, then the Gaming Pilgrimage is going to be the perfect person for that, in my opinion. Someone that I recently did a podcast with, which might or might not be up now, but if it is, I'm going to link it below for you guys, which is very fun. Had a very good time. That's where I got to meet him. But yeah, very insightful, really passionate, and I really look up to you. I really do. I love meeting people like you because it gives me that much more potential to grow and potential to learn more about other cool games I might have never heard of, right? So hopefully we can work together on that. And then lastly, I want to give a shout out to Anna Melting, who also found me, and I'm very happy you found me because you've got some really fun anime content, like anime reviews and video casts and all that sort of stuff. So I'm really, really enjoying his channel, and I definitely recommend checking out if you are looking for anime and you're looking for like a really nice, well-rounded range of anime. Like, you have some really awesome taste, man. And I'm really happy that you found me and that we found each other. So it always gives me ideas to expand my anime repertoire. So thank you so much. In terms of Patreon, I do want to give out a shout out to 2 people. That is Hurtbox TV, which primarily focuses on like fighting game videos on YouTube, but they also have a Patreon campaign which I will be linking to below. I definitely recommend checking that out and maybe giving them a little bit of support if you are into fighting games and you want to see something like that spotlighted more. Another person that I want to mention is Matt Zion. Thank you so much for pledging to my campaign. It really means a lot to me, and it's been so great being able to like give shout outs to all you and and see where this takes me. You know, it's a little bit at a time, but in terms of a crowdfunding site for independent creatives, I'm very pleased with it, and it's something that I'm really hoping will take me further and further the more I grow on YouTube. This is something that's, most of it's coming out of my pocket, and I need all the help I can get. I mean, I don't usually like to ask for donations, but it's one of those things where it's like, if I want to keep making better content, then I need to, it's a very fast-paced world, right? And I need to keep pushing myself that much more. Like, I've already considered for a long time now getting a new camera, because I just have my point and shoot. I don't have a viewfinder. I know some of you were talking about how you were like, well, you know, for your top 10 JRPGs on the PlayStation 2, none of your, like, your video wasn't framed, so when you held up a video game it was like hanging off the edge. But unfortunately, even though I'm in the center of the camera right now, if I put my hand out here too much, you can't see shit. You can't see anything, which is weird because there's like so much more room here, so it's weird, yeah. And then I'm like, can I replicate anything I just said right now? And then I realized no, I cannot, because a lot of times this stuff just ends up coming out of me so naturally. As I've been on camera more and more, it's become a lot easier, and it's like I'm having a conversation with all of you. And it's fake, right? It's fake if I go and do another cut, right? So if it means that I'm sacrificing you seeing the cover of a video game, then so be it. I don't need that. I don't need that. I can work without it, right? And if you guys have a problem with it, I'm very sorry, but I do not have a viewfinder. So hopefully soon I will have a DSLR and I'll have the viewfinder and I won't have this problem ever again. Who knows, right? So yeah, Patreon is kind of one of those things where I can use it for that. Hopefully I can put it back into like more stuff for my channel and all kinds of things, you know, because I just want to up my quality. I want you guys to enjoy your time here as much as possible. So yeah, I just want to work on this more and more, and it's definitely showing. It's definitely showing. Let's see, anything else? I think that's it for YouTube. It's been a good week. It's been a very good week. So I hope you enjoyed this week's weekly vlog. I'm curious to know, what did you do this week? Any spotlights? Anything that you want to talk about? Any video game stores you went to? Any anime conventions you went to? Or anything, like whatever. I'm really curious. I really want to know. So please let me know. And I hope you guys have an awesome rest of your week. Or weekend, I suppose. But yeah, so tune in again very soon for another video, my top 10 JRPGs on the PlayStation 2. And I'll see y'all later. Okay, peace.